Alexa, turn off. Armando, that's too loud.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we got to get together. I just booked my my trip to Florida.
Why in the hell do you have a wheelbarrow in your car?
Oh, you can see that.
That is funny. That's a realtor's car. You have a wheelbarrow of all things in the back of it.
Oh, this sucks.
How much approximate volume total?
Probably 2 million.
Which is 60,000 in commission.
The show is 10 contestants, a 90-day sprint to the finish line. There's one grand prize, but if you sell $100 million worth of real estate in 90 days and you make everyone upset with you and you aren't creating lifelong clients, that would be going against what we stand for.
The old adage about values in the eyes of the beholder.
In the first episode of Beyond the Close, the focus was all about who was going to make the top 3 slots, who had the most promise. Now comes the hard part, actually doing the work of becoming a better real estate agent. Because even though all these agents were already successful, they needed that extra something that was going to put them over the top, to be preeminent. How do you do that? The answer is not hype or fancy PR or anything glamorous. The answer is education. You need the tools of education, and that's what this episode is all about. And you will see these tools in action, changing how the contestants go from good to great just by what they've learned.
Beyond the Close, opening night here on Miami Beach, sitting at 9 Beach Latin Nightclub.
This is Beyond the Close.
Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington, an original shark from the hit television show Shark Tank.
The state of the South Florida market, it's on fire!
It makes you unique where I would want to work with you.
I don't always just go for the sale.
Sure.
I go for what's right for the clients.
When I moved to Florida, I didn't have the connection, so I had to just work hard. I'm determined, I'm hungry, and most importantly, if I want something, I go and get it.
Great. I help buyers and sellers find their dream homes, sell their homes. I create miracles.
You create miracles at the closing table.
Cheers. Thank you. Jason, it's all yours. Party!
Hey, I appreciate everybody for coming out. A toast to all of you guys for coming out. Next drop.
We had a lot of people out here. Amazing. We're going to make this show something that every single real estate agent can get inspired on, work on their business, and take it home in the bank, baby.
We had a wide selection of realtors as contestants, some with years of sales experience and millions of dollars of sales, and others that are just getting started. So judging only by the dollar amount of sales would have been unfair. Therefore, we are using the trend method to compare contestants' results. What does that mean? It's a percentage increase. If someone sold $100,000 worth of real estate in a 3-month period, and then in the next 3 months had a $300,000 increase, that would be a 300% change. If someone sold $1 million worth of real estate in the same 3-month period, and then in the next 3 months moved to $2 million of sales, that would be a 200% change. The winner would be the first choice, even though their total revenue was clearly less. This is our way of giving the underdog a chance. The winner will receive $25,000 and will be a judge on Season 2 of Beyond the Close. Who of the agents will rise to the top? Who will be the ultimate winner of Beyond the Close?
What I do as a mentor, it really goes back to when I was sick in the hospital, late 2020. I didn't die, but I came close to death, and my life purpose changed at that moment. It became a simple life statement for me, and it's to impact 10 million or more lives directly or indirectly, with or without getting recognition for it. So what I do to impact real estate agents' lives is to exponentially grow their business rapidly through strategic business planning and strategic marketing.
What I'm going to do today is giving you guys a general overview about what we're going to be covering over the next several weeks. This right here is the Elite Agent Referral Mastery Playbook. You are going to be getting all that you possibly can from the most proven, the most profitable, the most overlooked, the most underutilized lead source, which were referrals from your sphere of influence, your past clients, current clients, friends, etc. The number one foundational referral strategy is the strategy of preeminence, which is being the number one most trusted agent advocate for the consumer in your market.
I'm sitting here with Jay Abraham. He's known as the $30 billion man. He's also known as the godfather of marketing. He's worked with many high-level clients over the past 40 years, over 10,000 clients. He's worked with great people like Tony Robbins, Damon John from Shark Tank. He's one of the greatest business and marketing strategists in the world. Even Forbes magazine calls him the real deal, ranks him one of the top 5 in the world. And without further ado, I would like to welcome Mr. Jay Abraham.
Thank you. It's very nice of you, Jason. It's a pleasure to be here and talk about the role of competition.
Yes, sir. One of his greatest concepts is called the strategy of preeminence, and that is one of the criteria that could have a contestant eliminated. The show is 10 contestants, a 90-day sprint to the finish line. There's one grand prize, but if you sell $100 million worth of real estate in 90 days and you make everyone upset with you and you aren't creating lifelong clients, that would be going against what we stand for. And per Business Wire, a study they done in 2018 said that only 11% of real estate consumers trust real estate agents. And that's one of the biggest reasons why we wrote the book, The Ultimate Real Estate Machine, is to bring preeminence back to real estate.
So many years ago, I had a client. They were 3 times larger than the closest competitor, 5 times more profitable. I traded them $500,000 of my services for the privilege of spending a week immersively interacting and interviewing all their executives, their managers, the founder, the person that had created all the magic. And what came out of it was 1,000 pages of notes, a lot. And then I distilled it down to what I called the strategy of preeminence. And it's really it's a strategic philosophy, a philosophical strategy that should drive everything a business or a professional, an agent, a team leader, a broker does. But in essence, first of all, is you start off by wanting to be seen in your market as the most trusted advisor anyone could turn to, irrespective of whether they do business with you. Then you want to be the only viable solution they have. and they feel like you, above everyone else, can resonate with them. It's about leading them. It's leadership, not manipulating them, but leading them in an authoritative and trusting way where they feel you have absolutely their best interest so dominating, involved in everything you do that they feel very comfortable entrusting their decisions to you. It's about having such hopefulness for the client you serve that you see the role of what you're doing not static, like I'm going to sell you a house. It's about seeing that you're serving that role transforms the rest of their life. All the transactional things that occur after the sale. You're going to live in the world of the impact you're making, not just the transaction you're doing. You fall in love with the people you serve, and you really do. Your impact is enhanced, your stature is elevated, your energy level is liberated, and you achieve a lot more, and you enjoy that achievement at a level that is unimaginable.
AJ Aluthwala is the co-founder and CEO of Callisto Art, an award-winning online marketing agency specializing in growth marketing for small to medium-sized businesses. As part of her growth education as a real estate agent, AJ has agreed to meet with finalist Angela Dowd to assess her needs to create a more powerful web presence.
So Angela, I want to ask you, how do you currently use your website?
Right now, I have it posted on my social media. It's in my signature on my email. You know, when I do a billboard or something like that, it's on there. But I really don't think I'm getting good foot traffic. I currently don't get any leads right now from my website.
So no leads at all on the website?
I roughly spend around $5,000 a month in advertising. A good portion of that goes to Zillow. It goes to Realtor.
So the key to finding you online by someone is through Google. All the websites we create, search engine optimization is the foundation on all the websites we create. We never think of it as an afterthought. We get very proactive about it. We have had some of our clients who are not even in the top 100 results in Google to number one position.
Wow. That's where I want to be.
Yeah.
Take me to number one.
Number one, So what we do is, we take ownership of your Google My Business profile. Right? And then we are going to plug in your website. We are going to plug in your Google My Business profile into our tool. We're going to plug in your social media links, and then even the reviews for you, or the 5-star reviews. We're going to plug everything into one tool. So you get to see, 2,000 people visited my website this month, and you got this many calls. And we can even track the time of the day.
That's great.
Where you're getting most amount of calls. So these kind of analytics, so it's really business intelligence. When you have this, it really elevates your business, right? What you do. Real estate is really, at the end of the day, it's numbers driven. Right? 100%. Because if you don't have the numbers to prove your worth, then no one's going to go with you, right?
It's so true, because there's thousands of realtors out there, and why use you? And you're not only selling houses, you're selling yourself. It's all about putting yourself out there and making sure that when people click on you or they go and look at you, they can see your value. And right now, I definitely don't have that online.
So Angela, this is your website?
Yeah, that's my website.
And this is it?
That's it.
Oh, this sucks. We are going to get you a new laptop and a new website.
Weekly Zoom meetings are at the core of the Beyond the Close contest. This is where contestants learn the tools of preeminence and receive vital nuggets from experts.
Mr. Michael Bernal. He's a high-profile speaker, best-selling author, a world-leading authority on human communication and psychology.
My entire mechanism, everything that I do, has everything to do with business, is the ability to get people's attention, lower resistance, increase receptivity. Here's the deal. You're going to either choose to go all in and play this game, or we're going to choose not to. And if you want to save the time now and the frustration, just choose not to do it now. My whole book and a whole concept is called Average Sucks for a reason, because our average is our problem. Do you understand that? Like, our problem is not our desire. Our problem is our average.
What's held me back the most is fear. I live my life.
Bullshit concept. Let me help you. No such thing as fear. Fear is a misguided emotion. No such thing. There's no such thing as fear. There's experiences you have not had yet that you have less experience with. I'm going to ask you to go to Busch Gardens, and I want you to go down there and go give me a bucket of fear. I'll pay $1 million. Could you get me one?
No.
The truth is, you were conditioned while you were younger by a group of people that thought it was a good idea for you to stay safe, correct?
Yes.
Problem now is it's harming you. It was a good idea then, not a good idea now. But now you have new mentors that want to serve and help you. Jason wants to help you play big. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you 2 books. And the reason I'm going to give you 2, I'm going to mail you 2, is because I want you to use one as a prospecting tool. And the reason why is somebody that reads a book that says Average Sucks, you can give it to somebody as a gift. But also, if you leave one on your nightstand, it reminds you, don't be average. You can also leave it in your office or in your car. People are going to stop you and go, what do you do? And say, I do high performance real estate. What is that? We work with above average people to get above average results. I encourage you to have some guts, all of you. I'm not scary, but I am going to push you. I will not let you be average. You are going to play bigger. And I've worked with tons of agents that are top producers in the world, like Jason. And I'm just going to tell you, if you want to play bigger, I'm your guy. If you want lullabies, go to Audible, go get something your kids listen to before you go to bed. Enough said.
HVAC may not be the first thing that comes to mind when we talk real estate, and yet HVAC can make or break a deal. In our quest for preeminence, here are some nuggets from one of our partners to help our contestants.
If you're out to buy a home, one of the most important things you can do is hire a professional company like Champion Services to really look through things and do those inspections for you and make sure everything's up to code and safe for you and your family. You're only really going to know the condition of that home when you get an expert in the home. Don't just rely on the realtor's inspector. Hire somebody that comes out that is going to run cameras down the drain lines and look at all those things for you to make sure things are in shape for you when you get moved in. We're here at this home today installing a tankless water heater for our customer. The old tank water heaters technology hasn't changed for many, many years, and today the tankless is kind of replacing the tank water heater, because when you're not using water, they cost you nothing, and then when you're ready for water, if you have a big soaking tub and those kind of things, you never run out of hot water.
So what we're going to do, we're going to get rid of this big kind of bulky water heater, and we're going to go ahead and install that tankless mounted to this wall here for you. The couple benefits that you have, you're not heating all of this water anymore, so you're only going to heat the water that you use. That big hot water heater can corrode, hold a lot of sediment in it. The bottom was to blow out on that one. You have 50 gallons of hot water plus some. This one here, you're not going to have any of that sediment getting trapped in the bottom of a water heater or sitting inside of it. Generally, this one installed, real cost today, we're looking around $6,000 to $7,000 installed. The difference between the new and the old hot water heater, now that it's turned on, now we're heating up the hot water. Plus, you have endless amount of hot water, so we could leave this sink running for hours and have hot water for hours if you'd like.
So if I was going to tell a homeowner one thing, the most important thing they can do for their home, it would be to hire a company like Champion Services. Most companies like us have a membership program. And in that membership program here at Champion Services, we're going to be coming out to your home twice a year, and we're going to be checking all the things in your home and making sure that we're safe and things are keeping you comfortable, but also that we can catch things prior to them happening. So having that Total Home Care Club or membership type and being part of that from a professional company would be my number one thing I would tell a homeowner that they should do.
Jay Abraham, I wanted to congratulate you. Our book did hit Forbes, it hit Entrepreneur Magazine, and it hit Inman last week.
Very good. Well, that's very nice. Well, congratulations to you. You must be driving it.
My mission to be simple in real estate is to spread preeminence in the industry. And what can we do to separate ourselves?
It starts with being trusted. I mean, to choose you over someone else, or more directly facilitated as some of the platforms do, you've got to be able to see the value that you're offering. And I don't think most people know how to create value.
I've been training them on Elite Agent Referral Mastery. That's the number one thing that they can use right now that'll immediately give them results within their business. And they've been getting results.
I never was one to really get enough testimonials and ask people for testimonials and giving me referrals. So I've really practiced that and started putting that in place. And I actually just went out and started asking yesterday, and just one call alone ended up giving me 3 possible transactions.
How much approximate volume total?
Probably 2 million. And that was just one call. And it really got me excited and fired up that it was so simple.
Which is $60,000 in commission.
If you don't really make referral generation a substantial, if not a primary focus of whatever business you're in, the real estate business, you're denying yourself enormous success. You're denying people that, assuming you want to be preeminent, you could be really serving the chance to deal with you. And instead, they're dealing with somebody who probably wouldn't serve them as well. The highest certainty of predictable, sustainable future business. And if you don't really understand and become proficient at it, then your success will suffer and your competitors will get business that they don't deserve to have, not because they're son of a guns, but because they aren't going to serve the client as well.
Angela Dowd, I believe she put under contract, $6 million worth of referral business in her first 32 days.
Congratulations. That's great.
Thank you. I owe it all to you and Jason. So thank you. I'm big on given you shall receive. So I started implementing this strategy, and I just got a builder to sign a $2.7 million build, which is my biggest ever transaction, to list a house. And how I got him to use me is I said, I'd give him stuff. I'm like, I'll do your social media page. I'll shoot a video for you. Shot videos and did different things. And my biggest listing ever.
To a builder, all things being equal, he or she may not be able to discriminate on their own how somebody can be better than the other. Everyone's 3% commission, or everybody is going to run ads, or everyone's going to source the same market. So what can you do to add more value to him or her, the builder, that builder values, not that you value, but that they value? Because that's, the old adage about values in the eyes of the beholder. We are reward in our lives, in our businesses, and our careers in direct proportion to the quantity, quality, and consistency of problems we solve and opportunities we make possible for others. We are problem solvers. We are opportunity achievers in service to others.
If you were in our shoes, what would be your focus? Obviously, we know number one is being the preeminent agent, but out of the 217 strategies, what would you focus on if you were in the competition?
If you could identify everyone out there in your community, your market, that has access to the markets you want, and you can figure out how you can solve problems or fill needs for them and structure reciprocals, recommended provider, where they have you add value to their audience. I think if by the time this competition is over, you have 300 and your competitors have 30, you're going to win, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
And really, everyone wins as long as the consumer sees all of you with preeminence in your heart, and they see that on the show. Everybody's going to win, whether you're ultimately the grand prize winner or not.
I wish you all great success, and I hope that today had a little bit of value, and I will check with Jason and keep track of your progress. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Jay.
My name is Nate Bailey. I work with entrepreneurs and business owners. I'm a coach and a consultant. I really specialize in leadership and business and helping create these entrepreneurs and business owners to help them get to the next level in their life, to really create the lifestyle and the business that they truly want. I was attached to a unit that I didn't belong to, so the very first time that I meet the soldiers that I'm going to lead, over 40 soldiers, was day one of deployment. And so you can imagine nervous anxious, going on deployment, leaving your home, being thousands of miles away. And the first time that you get the opportunity to meet and work with these people that you're going to spend the next 15 months with is day one. And so I had to learn how to communicate with each individual inside of our team, inside of our platoon. I had to create a culture fast. I had to really take interest in not just tell these soldiers what they needed to do, but I had to be out there. I had to earn their respect. I had to earn their trust. And I had a short time to do that. I was able to do that by being genuine, being real, by not sitting in the office when my guys are out in the field. So, and as you start to do that, you start to get to know each other. They trust you. They see who you are as a leader, and they're willing to do more and really buy into the culture and the vision that I had set as their platoon leader. And so, no different when you come back home in the real world. All those life experiences help me to help others to do the same.
I did an immersion style boot camp a couple of years ago. It was kind of like a Navy SEAL simulated type boot camp where you really break through to your inner soul. It wasn't just about the physical, but it was about the mental. And I know that Nate's, with his leadership of, leading a platoon, it's pretty amazing. It became just a part of my thinking that, for one, anything is possible, but two, go out and get what you want. One of the biggest things that I learned from you, and you say it all the time, you're either all in or you're not. But I just want to say I appreciate it, because it's all about leadership. Our contestants, they're either on a team, they're building a team, or they're an aspiring team leader, and that's where it all starts out.
It's going to be a fun journey to work with these individuals, contestants, and realtors that are a part of this show, and see the growth, just like when you came through the immersion experience. There's a group of people that didn't really know each other as individuals, and they came together, and it becomes a team. And even though this is a bit of a contest, you can already see that they're bonding and connecting, yet they still are kind of these individuals. But as they go, they're going to grow, and they're going to compete, but they're also all going to be better because of it, and that's because of you.
Thank you so much. Absolutely. I appreciate you being on. Thank you. Yes, sir. We are very early on in the challenges that the contestants are going through. Angela Dowd thus far, she's been doing an amazing job. She just put under contract in the last 4 days over $4 million worth of business. Which is flat out astonishing, and I'm so proud of what she's doing. She's taking what she's learning and she's executing upon it, and she's already having tremendous growth within her business.
My sales have increased astronomically. So in January, in a 33-day span, I increased over 400%. I did $6 million in sales, my best month ever in the business. So, it goes to show, if you try to do the referral strategies, you set the commitments, you follow them, the business will come.
I gave all contestants a PDF copy of the book. Angela, within 24 hours, started studying the book immediately. She started implementing some of the strategies, started internalizing what was in the book. And what I gather, you've read it not just one time, but you've circled back around.
Oh yeah, multiple. Every time I read it, I get more and more.
Which chapter has been your favorite chapter of the book?
I would say the preeminent agent chapter, because that has been my goal since day one. I had no idea that trust was like the number one issue being an agent. People don't trust realtors. It's like, what do I do to differentiate myself and gain that trust and be the known agent in the market?
What have you been doing to be more preeminent in your business?
I try to do what no one else wants to do. So for instance, when I have a listing, I'm just not, okay, we're gonna go put it in the MLS and do an open house and sell the house. How do I create value? I stage the houses. I go in and I stage it. I bring a stager. I just put a listing on a billboard. I have listings in magazines, and I go above and beyond. It's not just, put it in the MLS and sell. How do we generate the most foot traffic? I do Facebook ads, Instagram ads, I shoot videos, try to get the most exposure for my seller to get them the most for their house and add value. I feel like a lot of agents don't add the value because it's easy to sell a house in this market, but who's going to get you the most for your house? That's most important. To obtain the listing on Leeds Road, I really utilize the strategies in the book. The biggest one is the give and you shall receive. He's a big time builder. I mean, he's built 200 plus homes and developments before. So what did I offer him that other agents weren't offering him? I offered to shoot a video of one of his past homes that was a beautiful luxury home, get his social media started. He had no social media presence, no Instagram, no Facebook, nothing. So we got those accounts up and running. It's a beautiful 2 million plus home. He should have a sign out in front. People see his work. He's missing leads right now. So we got him a custom sign made.
So you bartered with him. Hey, I will help you with your social media if I could earn your business on this one listing.
Yeah.
Through your life being 3 generations and you being around the housing industry for so many years, my question for you is why'd you pick this one?
Actually, she picked me.
I love it.
She's relentless.
She's
relentless. We in a good way. We weren't really ready to market and was still probably not quite there. But when she had contacted me, if she had a possible buyer, she kept leading into how good she is and all the benefits that she can add to me in some marketing. Which I'm very uncomfortable with.
Not only a $2.7 million listing, what is the big long-term potential? Like, let's say over the next 2 years.
I mean, like I said,
approximate in millions of dollars in business.
He's a big time builder. So I would say over the next 2 years, I mean, we could do 10, 20 million easy in business.
You went out and ran with it and executed.
This was my first business transaction with Angela, buying this house in Windham, New Hampshire.
I helped James find his dream home. He had a good wish list that was very challenging because there's not a lot of homes on the market. But we were lucky. We found out about this one before it even hit the market, and we were ready to go. So when it got listed, right away, immediately, I want to say it didn't last on the market more than, a couple of days. One connection I was able to make James is I hooked him up with an interior designer. Her name's Jennifer Colvin from J. Colvin Designs. She does amazing work, and she really simplified and made his life easy as far as helping him transition, moving, getting all his furniture, all his pieces, decorations, which is nice, always having those connections and trying to make it as easy and pain-free for clients when they're moving.
There's obviously tons of agents out there. They're always fighting for your business. But what really separates Angela from the rest of them and basically leapfrogs everyone is her network. And with that network comes, the interior decorator, contractors, electricians, so whatever. So for me, I had a vision that I wanted to sort of display and present into this new house. And Angela was able to get that vision out there with her network. And Jennifer was definitely a key asset to that. Would I do business with Angela again in the real estate business? Absolutely. I mean, she's the best. So hands down, 100%.
Thanks, James.
I've really been impressed with Liliana and what Liliana has been able to do in a very short period of time. We are still very early on in all the mentoring and programs that they're a part of. Just in Elite Agent Referral Mastery, Liliana is already starting to put together strategies that'll help her gain preeminence in the market. What I can say about Harley Dufek is he has been doing an amazing job with executing upon his mentorship. Harley is no stranger to very high level coaching, consulting, masterminds. He's done a lot of stuff with Tony Robbins, and he's already starting to find tremendous success with what he's doing with EXP. Lisa Church, I met Lisa about a year ago at a very high level event for human communication, human behavior, human psychology with one of my mentors, Michael Burnoff. And I'm just really have been impressed with the execution through Elite Agent Referral Mastery, our private one-on-one consultations that we've been having weekly. Not only is she taking the information in, but she's executing upon what she's learning very quickly, and she's already getting exponential results within her business. What can I say about Tiffany Novitsky? She is one of the best executors that I'm seeing early on. She's not only taking what she's learned, but she is executing upon Elite Agent Referral Mastery, our one-on-one consultations weekly. She's taking that information and implementing it every single week. Tiffany has also been doing an amazing job cultivating her strategy for building her team. I have no doubt in my mind this early on, if Tiffany keeps doing what she's doing, she's going to lay an amazing foundation to really grow her team from 0 agents to exponential, which is having agents that meet her core values and her mission statement, that believe in her vision, and she'll be able to change lives. What I can say about Kevin Welch, he is an amazing entrepreneur. He built a business from scratch, over $1 million in revenue. So he has an electrical business. He has invested in over 100 homes by himself. He's launching a team all together. And what's going to be really amazing is to see how far he comes, moving from the Quad Cities area to Sarasota, Florida, starting out with no team and launching immediately. Cindy's one of the biggest action takers that I've ever witnessed in real estate. The girl is just run and gun. Not only is she learning the strategies from Elite Agent Referral Mastery, she's fell in love with the book, The Ultimate Real Estate Machine, and she's reverting back to that book using the massive action assignments that's outlined in the 13 chapters. And in a very short time, she's already seen a rapid uptick in her business during a slower time of the season in the Atlanta market. I'm very proud of her. What can I say about Stephanie Simmons? She's doing a wonderful job of executing on the show. She is going to be moving from the Quad Cities market into the Sarasota market in early 2022. So it's going to be really cool to see her lay a great foundation, a foundation that is duplicable, a foundation that is scalable into other markets. And I have no doubt with the amount of action that Stephanie has been taking, she'll have tremendous success very quickly, but also more than anything, she's going to build a fortress around her business that lasts for many, many years to come.
Coming up next on Beyond the Close.
A new reality TV show features 2 Quad City real estate agents. It's Stephanie Simmons and Kevin Welch.
Let's talk about Beyond the Close, definitely.
Oh my goodness, this is like the holy grail.
But we have this like natural tendency to go back and do the same thing over and over again. So average sucks does not mean be better than other people. It means you are so capable of doing so much more while you're here on this planet.
In this wonderful estate, it's 11,000 square feet. It's got a 140,000 gallon swimming pool.